Hey guys, it's been a hot minute since I spoke to you all, so I'm currently in Jeju Island Airport, ready to board into the flight to Shanghai and then to Hong Kong. You guys know that I have my GED exam on the 27th of December, which is basically tomorrow. I've been preparing for the past 2 months, and even last night I pulled an all-nighter, and my roommate was awake until that time too, and she was just so confused why I was spiraling around the room looking all anxious while holding a book in the middle of the night. It's currently 10:30 a.m. and in an hour I'll be boarding the plane, so I'll talk to you guys then. I'm currently in Shanghai Airport. I just finished doing all the passport control and security check-ins, and that took a really long time, more than I expected. The big problem I had with that was because my passport was issued in Dubai and not in China, and the thing is, if your passport is issued from China itself, then all your biometrics will be collected. Therefore, you can go to the e-channel fast pass, where you just have to put your fingerprint, scan your passport, and go directly. But because mine was issued abroad, my fingerprints were never collected, so I had to go in the foreigners line, and that was much longer, and it had to be processed manually. So yeah, that whole thing was there. I'm just glad that it was done. To update y'all about what I've been up to, because I didn't make any vlog last week, so I've literally been doing nothing these days and just staying at home and isolating myself and like studying non-stop. Like literally all my roommates have been going to Christmas markets and Christmas outings, and they keep asking me every night like, hey Lily, did you go out today? And I keep telling them like, no, I didn't. I was just at the hostel the entire time. So like, yeah, if you guys have any packages you want to receive in the hostel, or if there's any laundry you need to pick up, like just let me know, because I'm gonna be in the hostel all the time. Now when I say I'm studying, I feel like most of the time I was just procrastinating. I would start off by watching a lesson on YouTube, and then I would end up watching a movie on Netflix. It was like a really bad cycle. Like I was procrastinating so bad to a point that I finally watched Parasite after 4 years of its release. Like I kept saying to myself like, I know it's a good film and I need to watch it one day, and I kept pushing it forward, and it's been 4 years and I finally watched it, and I felt like it was perfect because like I was in Korea, so watching the most famous Korean movie in Korea just felt like the perfect setting while eating buldak noodles. Okay, besides that, I need to tell you guys a really like strange, crazy story thing that I encountered the other day. So the other day, like I just wanted to go to 7-Eleven to collect some cash. My bank card is issued from China. Chinese cards usually have 6 PIN numbers as a passcode, and all the ATMs and banks in Korea has only 4 PIN codes. So I knew that the only ATM which allowed Chinese cards to work was the one inside the convenience stores. I went to a convenience store, and there was like an old Korean lady doing her regular shopping, and she saw me and she said something in Korean which I didn't understand, so I just looked at her and smiled, because I would assume like she said something nice and she didn't just curse me and my family upon first second of looking at me. And then she saw that I looked really confused, so she was like, are you a foreigner? And she spoke in the most perfect American accent ever, so like I was really surprised, because like from the older generation I don't see much of that. So I was like, yeah, I am a foreigner. And she was just asking me like about what I was doing in Korea, so I told her about like my volunteering trip and also like my other travel stories. Like she seemed really intrigued, so I was like, okay, let me tell her more about it, because she probably also really likes the idea of traveling and never got around to doing it. So that's exactly what she told me. She's like, yeah, I've stayed in Korea my whole life, it's really cool to see young people like you traveling around. But she was also like, yeah, I guess it's really expensive to do all that. And I was like, yeah, it is, but like I would say I'm really smart with budgeting and financing my money. So even though it's very difficult and expensive at times, I do find ways around it, like for example like volunteering and stuff. And we had a really good conversation, and she just kept complimenting me about how pretty I am, and like I was really flustered. Like that, like getting a compliment from an old woman just means so much more than like getting a compliment for a guy, for example. Oh yeah, we ended the conversation, and I went to the ATM to continue withdrawing my cash, and she left the store already. And then 5 minutes later she came back to the store with a few notes of cash in her hand, and she was like giving it to me, and I was like, I cannot take it. And she was like, please, you have to take it, let me help you with your travels. And I was like, I cannot take it, like we just met, like it's really sweet and I appreciate your thought and gesture so much, but I cannot take it. And she's like, no, you're so pretty, you deserve to have the money. And that is probably the nicest thing I've heard in my life. But I was like, you know, like I still don't think I should be taking this. And she was like, why are you being so mean? Why are you being, this is offensive to me, like you should accept it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cave in, I guess. Like I will take the money. And I really like appreciated her, and I was like, okay, give me your phone number, maybe you can stay in touch. and I can send you pictures from my traveling experience, and I will message you from time to time, you know, just for the season greeting, like I will not annoy you. And she's like, ooh, message, what type of messages do you like? And I was really confused. I was like, is this old woman flirting with me? Like, what is going on? Or maybe she was just being really nice, but like the way she presented herself, she was like, ooh, what type of messages do you like? And I was like, I don't know what she meant by that. Like, maybe like there was some like grammar or vocabulary error, but like that really confused me. Like the whole situation confused me, but also I was really grateful, but also very confused. And I was like, you know, just like normal greeting type of message, I guess. So yeah, I took her number down, and I'm thinking of like, I haven't messaged her yet, but I think I will do that, and maybe like ask for her address so I can send her a cute postcard from places I traveled to, because like even though the amount she sent me was not like a huge figure, like it was still enough to, I guess, buy a ticket to a nearby city. One of my favorite things to say in life is money is money. Like no matter what type of job, no matter what type of gig or project you're doing, even if you're getting paid the minimum wage, you should accept it, because like money is money. Nobody's gonna give you free money when you just walk out on the streets. But apparently for me, people do give me free money when I walk out of the streets. So you know, now I cannot use that line anymore because people can use that against me. And yeah, it's just really funny that she kept calling me pretty, and I felt like I basically earned that money with my pretty privilege. Also, can we please appreciate how cute my passport cover is? Ah, this is so cute. Flight landed at 7:30 p.m. It's currently 10:30 p.m. and I just checked in my room, so y'all know I had a whole other hassle. So the first thing that I encountered was in the airport. So I wanted to purchase a data package, and all the data packages was about like 30 days and minimum was 7 days, and I'm only staying here for a night, so I just didn't see the point of doing that. I was checking online, a lot of people, they are able to do roaming services from the Chinese SIM card, but like I paid 100 yuan to do the roaming service and that didn't work, so now I don't know what to do with that money. I don't know if it can be refunded. And then afterwards I went to buy the train ticket to go to Hong Kong City, and I had a bit of struggle there as well. I was like, wait, do I need cash? Do I not? And the Google Maps was just not cooperating with me. It was showing me that I was in a different train station even though I was in the right station. So yeah, that whole confusion took me like about 15 minutes to figure out where I went wrong. And of course my data package wasn't successful, so when I came up from the metro station, I was just roaming around shopping malls in hopes of getting free Wi-Fi and, you know, figure out where the hell my stay was. Luckily, Hong Kong is filled with shopping malls and free Wi-Fi in the city area, so that was really helpful. I love like the whole Hong Kong night vibes. I'm so sad that I'm only staying here for like one night. Like literally tomorrow this time I would be at the airport again. I feel like every time I come to Hong Kong I'm always in such a rush. The last time I came here was like 4 months ago, but that was only because I was transiting through Hong Kong to go to mainland China, so I had like 8 hours to kill, and I went out to the sea Planet Park and I came back to the airport. So yeah, I never get the chance to properly explore the place, so I feel like I've been to Hong Kong but like I haven't really been to Hong Kong. And then after that I finally figured out the way, and then I encountered like 2 people coming up to me and they were like, do you speak Mandarin, and we need your help, are you a student? So basically like we just came from Macau and we gambled yesterday and we lost about 3,000. I don't know if they said 3,000. No, wait, they said 30,000. They're like, we lost 30,000 yuan, so right now we have absolutely no cash. Could you pay for our meal? Like, you know, we can pay you back in the future by adding your account. And I was like, you know what? I don't even have money. And they're like, no, it's fine. We will buy the cheapest food available in the cheapest restaurant nearby us. And I was like, no, I'm kind of in a rush because like it's my first day here, so I really don't want to be interacting with anyone. It was already really late, so I was like, I need to go to my hostel. Yeah, I basically rejected the cross the street, and I found that I was in the right area, but I couldn't figure out which building it was. And finally, like I saw this like really narrow street and in a really shady like dark building. On the 15th floor, this is where my place is, like my guest house. And then I came, and in front of the door it said the check-in time was from 12 p.m. till 3 p.m. and I was like, shit, it's 10 p.m. like I don't know if they'll allow me to check in. I tried opening the door and like obviously it wasn't opening. I saw a nearby lady who stayed in like one of the residential areas, and she was like watering her plants and stuff, so I asked her like, hey, can you make a call to this number because I don't have a local SIM card. And then she started talking to me about like how there is like another disease outbreak in Hong Kong, so like I should wear a mask. And I was like, oh shit, like okay, but like can you help me make a call? Like I promise I will buy a mask after this interaction. And like she was basically telling me a lot, and she was speaking Cantonese, and I don't speak Cantonese, so that was the whole thing. Finally made the call got through. Like she was communicating with the person like from the reception, and she obviously didn't know me or like what I was trying to do, like my check-in process and whether like I already paid for the amount. So she was giving completely random information to the reception, and they both were like really confused. And like yeah, the reception lady, like she showed up. Apparently like she just left a minute before I arrived, so like I didn't even have to go through the whole hassle of finding another lady and giving all this random explanation. But yeah, I am finally here. I am so exhausted, and you know what is the worst part about all this? Every time I travel, I get my freaking period. It's so annoying. Like literally, I didn't even have any signs about getting my period yesterday or even this morning, and as soon as I hopped on the plane, like Red Sea just started flowing. And this keeps happening to me like every time I travel. No matter if I'm traveling the middle of the month, the beginning of the month, or the end of the month, my period will come. Tomorrow I'm gonna sit through a 7.5 hour exam, sitting in my own Red Sea. So that is beautiful. Now let me show you what my room looks like. It's really not much. So yeah, that's basically the door. There's 2 hangers provided. This is the bathroom. The bathroom is really small, but I mean like it has everything. I'm not sure if I want to take a shower in this space, but like I am sweating a lot because I thought it would be really cold, and it's actually really warm. And this is the room. This is actually a really cute guest house. Like I really like this mirror. Ooh, and this is the view. This actually looks really cool. It costed me 300 yuan for a night, which is not that cheap, but like I'm glad because like the location is really convenient. From here I can walk for 20 minutes to the test center, which saves me money from taxi. So if you think about it, some money is worth it. And yep, here is the food that I ordered from 7-Eleven along with the half-eaten chocolate bar. So that is about it. I'm gonna like revise a bit more because I planned to study on the airplane, and obviously I ended up taking a nap. So I'm gonna revise for an hour or 2, and then I want to sleep early because tomorrow is gonna be a really big day. So I'll see you guys then. Okay guys, I'm going in. Wish me luck. Hey guys, so I finished my exam a few hours ago, and there is so much I need to update you guys on. So first of all, I was a nervous mess when I went in. Like my stomach was growling. I had a cup of coffee prior to the exams because I wanted to read. I wanted to stay awake so I don't fall asleep, because I was literally on 4 hours of sleep from last night. So I'm like, I don't want to be dozing off. But you know, when you have coffee in the morning, your stomach acts up. So yeah, for the first exam, like my stomach was growling and I really needed to use the bathroom. But luckily the first exam I got was social studies, so it was the shortest exam of the GED, and yeah, it took me an hour to finish it, and I was like really good at the exam too. So I finished it prior to the exam time ending and went to the bathroom, came back, and basically like you get 10 minutes of break after each exam, and like every time you exit the exam center they will do a whole body check on you again. So yeah, that was just like really funny because by the 3rd time, like before she even told me the instructions, I was already doing everything. And after social studies I had the science exam. So the science exam was when I was the sleepiest. I was like starting to doze off and I was like really shaking my chair. I was turning around. It was one of the spinning chairs, so I was already unable to sit still. And okay, I'm just gonna like walk and talk to you guys because standing in one corner talking to a phone, talking to the back camera of a phone is really awkward. But look how pretty this is. Oh my god, I love Hong Kong. Oh, this whole street is so pretty. Towards the end, like I was really confused because I didn't encounter a lot of questions in my practice test, so I just started guessing all the answers. And I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought I was gonna fail like towards the end of the exam. Wow, Christmas trees. Okay, and on second thought, I probably should have filmed this indoors before exploring Hong Kong because like I'm seeing all of this for the first time. So like there's a lot of emotions going through me right now. So the exam after that was the maths exam. And I was so happy that the maths was not the last exam, because if I've used up all my mental exhaustions, I probably wouldn't have done a good job in the maths exam. So yeah, oh my god, breathing into this mask is annoying. Okay, so in the maths exam, I was actually very confident. I was like getting through all the answers, and I watched a lot of preparation videos for maths. Like, I mean a lot, probably like 2-3 days worth of videos. And yeah, I was genuinely convinced that I was gonna get full marks on it, even though like it is my worst subject. But spoiler alert, I didn't get full marks. And obviously the last exam was English. For English, I expected a lot of reading comprehensions, but I was really happy to find there was only maybe like 4 passages, and there was about like 8 to 10 questions in each of the passage. So yeah, just reading it one time through, I was able to answer everything. So now for the moment you guys are all waiting for, I passed my exams. So the exam results literally came out as soon as I exited the test center. As soon as I turned on my phone after I finished everything, I already got an email saying that, congrats, you're a GED certified graduate. And at first I thought like it was a scam. I was like, maybe like my GED information was leaked somewhere and some company got a hold of that to scam me. But like when I checked my scores, I actually did pass everything. I'm gonna attach my scores on the screen right now. They're not the best because I did study everything in a short time, and again, I was procrastinating for most of the time, but I'm really proud of my social studies score. And for maths, I'm also really happy that I didn't fail, because I hear that everybody who takes a GED maths exam passes on the 2nd or 3rd try. So that is nice that I don't have to travel back and forth to Hong Kong. And yeah, that is pretty much all there is to share. Now I'm gonna explore Hong Kong and take you guys with me. I was scared that I was going to finish all my exam by like 5 or 6 p.m. for some reason. Like, I didn't know how it would be scheduled exactly, but I finished everything at 2:40 p.m, giving me plenty of time to see the city. So let's go check that out now. I am Groot. Hey guys, so I don't have to be at the airport for another 3 hours, but I'm literally on my way there right now because I'm way too exhausted. I slept for a total of 6 hours in the past 2 days, and normally that would be 24 hours for me. So I cannot mentally even think or talk. Like, even right now I'm struggling to speak. If there's one thing I want you guys to take away from this vlog, is that if there's something you really want to achieve in your life, like, it doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter which stage of your life is, like, if you think you're able to achieve it and if it's going to move you forward in life, then you should freaking do it. Because look at me, like, always felt a little bit incomplete being a high school dropout. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just felt like a little broken plate. Like, you can still use it, it's still efficient, but there's that tiny little piece that I kept searching for, and now I feel like a complete plate. So yep, anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you guys, and thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog. The train is here.